This is what Mark Schlereth said. He said that the 49ers misjudged Trey Lance's athleticism. A big reason they drafted him is because they thought he was more explosive, faster, a better runner than he turned out to be, which is just an amazing theory. What do you think of it?
I think that it's a cop-out. I think that, I'm not going to go with my own understanding. I'm just going to go simply with what the organization and coaching staff has let us know, right? Mm-hmm. This was a hidden pick. Nobody knew about it until we all found out basically at the same time. So really, Kyle's words, everybody was hanging on Kyle's words as to process, explanation, why you wanted Trey at the post-press conference for him getting drafted. Mm-hmm. And Kyle was very clear. The first thing that Kyle talked about was he talked about Trey's processing, his ability to make every throw, his strong arm, the way that he had his play action game, being able to play under center and be young, somebody that can process like Drew Brees and throw the ball a country mile. He brought all of those things, and then he purposely put in as a caveat at the end. And then if he has the ability to break script and make things happen on his own, that's the perfect player. We're trying to future-proof and go forward with this pick. This isn't a Band-Aid. This isn't somebody who we just think is slightly better than Jimby. This is somebody who we think can be special.
And that's why we're going to sit him a year. Because when he had RG3, he didn't think that RG3 could develop into some special quarterback. He wanted Kirk. So he played RG3 and said, all right, if you're going to play like this. He had instant success, but he wasn't developing him. He tried to develop Trey.
As a matter of fact, Grant, RG3 is 10 times the athlete Trey Lance is.
Correct.
And when RG3 started the season, he had way more pass concepts and and was given way more credence to throw the ball when they went 3-6 in his rookie year, until Kyle went full tilt into his athletic ability and they went straight into the zone read and play action game that nobody had seen. They went full into that offense. So even with an iteration of Trey Lance, let's just go with another rookie athletic quarterback who was way more skilled than the guy that you have now. You still chose to use a more throwing-friendly offense until that didn't work, and you went straight and you completely went into his running ability. So for me, I don't see how you go up to 3, and let's say you go up to 3 with another quarterback in mind. Okay. If athleticism, let's do it Mark Schlereth's way. The athleticism wasn't there, and that's what shocked the 49ers, that he wasn't as explosive and athletic as they thought he was, which would lead to that the 49ers wanted to make sure that Trey's athletic ability was a serious part of his game, not an add-on, not supplementary, but an actual real skill. If that's what you wanted, Justin Fields is sitting right there at 3.
Yeah, it's not hard to judge athleticism. It's hard to judge, quarterbacking talent and how it will project and blossom, but athletic speed?
Yeah.
Man, there are stopwatches. You could do that.
You looked at Justin Fields and Trey Lance, and what you said is that, all right, Justin is way more athletic than this kid, but his throwing ability has a ceiling. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at what Trey can do now, and I'm betting on his throwing ability to be developed, and we can build it forward. And I'll take the cap on his athleticism.
Right, because remember, Justin Fields he had like turnover issues in college. Trey Lance didn't. They liked his decision-making. They didn't like Jimmy's decision-making. All of that stuff played in.
Anybody could see that Justin Fields was way more athletic than Trey Lance. That's not a revelation. So finding out that Trey Lance can't get to the edge, or Trey Lance can't run the certain plays that you want him to run athletically, that should be something where it could be like, oh, well, we weren't really leaning on that anyway, right?
However, remember when he went to Justin Fields' pro day and then he left and got in a private plane and John Lynch said he was drawing up plays for Trey Lance? What about Justin Fields? What about Justin Fields? Man. Yeah. It was the justification for drafting him and them calling him a dual threat quarterback after he got hurt. It's like, well, hold on. If you wanted a dual threat quarterback, you took the wrong one. Because that dude in Chicago is like the best athlete I've ever seen at quarterback, him and Lamar.
And if you're going to juxtapose Justin versus Trey, the reason why they pulled the trigger is not only on the passing ability, but the aptitude. They felt like Trey could learn the system and actually do what Kyle needed moving forward. So I feel like the coaching staff, Kyle specifically, wanted Trey. And I feel like right now the organization really wants to move forward with Brock. And Sam is something that, what we talked about, Sam is something that Kyle brought in as a contingency plan if Brock doesn't work. But I don't think there's any road, unless injury, right? Because we are in San Francisco. Outside of injury and Trey completely just making it known that he should be on the field, Trey's not going to find the field. It's Brock as the starter, no matter what, by hook or crook, and then it's Sam.
We'll see. Sean O'Leary says, as an investment professional, I caution against the sunk cost fallacy, but I don't see that with Trey Lance. The sample size is just too small. Yeah, man. I mean, he played 25 games. That's one thing, but he hasn't.